The delegation of Vosgians stood silent, their slender blue-tinged bodies perfectly still as they watched the human ship dock at Trade Station Alpha. None of them had seen a human vessel up close before. Stories and data packets circulated throughout the galaxy spoke of these strange bipedal creatures who had achieved faster-than-light travel barely 50 years after discovering nuclear fission. The speed of their technological advancement alone was enough to make most species nervous. Captain Lorne, head of the Vosgian Trade Committee, fluttered his translucent gill membranes, a sign of anxiety among his kind. "Remember," he chittered to his team, "humans are unpredictable but reportedly fair traders. Show no fear." The airlock cycled open with a hiss of equalizing pressure. Standing in the doorway was a human of average height by their standards, which made her tower over the tallest Vosgian by nearly half a meter. Her skin was brown, her short hair black, and her smile revealed flat teeth that thankfully looked nothing like the fearsome carnivore dentition the Vosgians had worried about from old xenobiology reports. "Good morning," she said, the translation software converting her words to the musical clicks of Vosgian speech. "I'm Captain Kate of the Earth Merchant Vessel _Opportunity _. We're honored to establish this historic trade relationship." Lorne stepped forward. "The honor is ours, Captain. I am Lorne. Welcome to Trade Station Alpha." The human delegation consisted of just 5 individuals, surprisingly small for such an important diplomatic mission. The Vosgians had brought 22 representatives, specialists in various trade goods and negotiation protocols. What followed over the next 3 hours amazed the Vosgian delegation. First came the tour of the human vessel. The Vosgians expected primitive accommodations. Humans had only been spacefaring for approximately 2 centuries. Instead, they found elegant efficiency. Their water recycling system operated at 99.8% efficiency, exceeding Vosgian technology by a full percentage point. Their gravity generators were compact, using nearly 40% less energy than comparable Vosgian designs. "How did you solve the harmonic resonance problem in the graviton field?" asked Trill, the Vosgian engineering specialist, unable to contain his professional curiosity. Captain Kate smiled. "Oh, that was Tom here." She gestured to a younger human with pale skin who had been quietly observing. "He developed a novel approach using quantum field stabilizers. We'd be happy to share the technical specifications as part of our exchange." The Vosgian delegation exchanged shocked glances. Such technology would typically be guarded zealously, offered only for extraordinary value. "That's most generous," Lorne said cautiously. "We believe in open exchange," Tom explained. "Scientific advancement benefits everyone." In the trade meeting room, the humans presented their offers. They had brought rare minerals, yes, but also art, delicate glass sculptures that caught the light in ways that made the color-sensitive Vosgian eyes detect wavelengths they normally couldn't perceive. They brought music that somehow resonated with the Vosgian auditory system despite evolving on a world millions of light years away. Most surprisingly, they brought seeds. "These are modified to grow in your atmospheric conditions," explained a human named Raj, their agricultural specialist. "They produce fruits rich in compounds compatible with your biology. Our analysis suggests they'll provide nutrients your diet currently lacks." "You created these for us?" asked Miri, the Vosgian nutritional expert, her voice trembling with disbelief. The concept that an alien species would engineer food specifically for Vosgian consumption without being asked was unprecedented. "Of course," Raj replied simply. "What good is trade if it doesn't improve lives on both sides?" By the scheduled end of the meeting, no formal agreements had been signed, not because negotiations had failed, but because the Vosgians requested a recess to confer among themselves. Gathered in their private chamber, the delegation buzzed with excitement and confusion. "They're offering too much for too little," said Krell, the trade economist. "Their graviton technology alone is worth 5 times what they're asking for our thermal crystals." "Perhaps they don't know the value," suggested another. Lorne shook his head. "No, their research is thorough. They know exactly what everything is worth." "Then why?" "I believe," interrupted Miri, "they genuinely mean what they say about mutual benefit. Their approach to trade isn't purely transactional." When the meeting reconvened, Lorne addressed the humans directly. Captain Kate, your offers are generous beyond custom. We must ask, what is your true objective here? The human captain looked genuinely surprised. To establish a relationship, she said. This first exchange isn't about maximizing profit. It's about proving we can be good partners for centuries to come. But you give away your technological advantages. Lorne persisted. Technology evolves, Tom added with a shrug. We'll develop more. The real advantage is in building trust. As the meeting concluded and agreements were signed, the Vosians watched the humans with new understanding. These creatures had emerged from their world so recently, yet they approached the galaxy not as conquerors or competitors, but as collaborators. Word spread quickly through the galactic communications network. The humans traded not just goods but ideas, not just resources but innovations. They approached exchange not as a zero-sum game, but as a pathway to collective advancement. Across the galaxy, species that had existed for millennia longer than humanity found themselves reconsidering their assumptions. Perhaps the universe wasn't primarily a place of competition and careful hoarding of advantages. Perhaps, as these strange newcomers suggested through their actions, there was more to gain in openness and mutual aid than in cautious protection of knowledge. The humans, it seemed, had brought more than goods to trade. They had brought a revolutionary idea that prosperity could be collective, that advancement could be shared, and that the greatest resource in the galaxy might simply be each other.